So how old were you in 1939?
I was 3 years old.
3 years old? Where did you live in World War II broke out?
In Topeka, Kansas. My grandpa lived there with us. That was a good memory. And he also worked at the supply depot for the Army, which was just south of Topeka.
Yeah, what other family members lived with you?
Well, just my dad, my mom, my sister. So we were pretty small. My sister was really small because she was born in 39.
Okay, when did you first hear about Hitler? And then Mussolini and Stalin?
Probably when I went to grade school, which would be in 43 and 44 in that area.
Okay, and what were your opinions on them?
Oh, you listen to all the teachers and all everybody else talk about it. Why, it was terrible. So I'm sure I thought it was the same thing. They were rotten people.
Yeah.
But as far as being in grade school, I didn't really have any opinion. I'm just listening to other people talk. And my parents.
What were you doing when the Japanese bombed Pearl Harbor?
Well, let's see. That was in December 7th, 1941. I'd been 5 years old. And I doubt if I was doing anything but just listening to my parents. And everything was on the radio there. You know, nowadays, why, how did you learn this? Well, you see it on TV. But then, why, you listen to the radio a lot, because that was the only news you ever got. So we listened to, and they had TV shows on there and game shows on there.
What was your most powerful memory about the war?
Powerful memory. One of the things that I remember most about the memory was about the war was everything was rationed. You had ration stamps that you could buy gasoline with, or you could buy butter with. Butter was really, you couldn't hardly get butter. And so this is when margarine at the time, that's when it was actually developed. And what it was is just grease, and it was white. But everybody kind of frowned at it because normal butter was yellow.
Yeah.
And so they give you a little bitty packet that you could mix into this, and it turned it yellow, and it sold a lot better.
Really? Did your family buy margarine?
Well, they had to.
Yeah.
Didn't doing much, and you didn't have much money. In 1936, my dad went to work for the Fleming Company, and he was making $3.50 a week.
So did anyone in your family try to go to the war?
Yes, I had an uncle that went to the war, and matter of fact, he retired from the military, but he was in World War II. He come by our house and on his way to Chicago, and then on out to New York and ship over that direction.
Did he ever tell you any stories?
Oh, not any bloody stories. He talked about he got a Jeep, and he had a 50 caliber machine gun on this Jeep, and he stopped and thought, well, he'd just shoot something with it for the heck of it. And he had no idea how loud it was or how to jump, and he says that really surprised him. He wasn't in the gunnery parts. He was in, I don't know, it seemed like I'm not sure where he was at.
So did your father ever try to get in the war? Or?
They drafted him, but his health wasn't good enough, and he failed the physical. He was considered a 4F is what he was doing, and that meant you wasn't healthy enough to go to war. They only picked good, solid people, because they had enough problems with the wounded, let alone people getting sick.
So was your family glad that he didn't go? Or?
Oh, my mom was elated. I seen her talk on the telephone and just tears running, and he was drafted and talking to all of her relatives and her friends, and you had the telephone then, but that's about all. It was always on a party line. There might be 2 or 3 other people on this same line, so you could pick it up. And they could be talking away, and just use courtesy would just say, hang it back up, but some people just listen through.
Do you remember hearing about the atomic bombing in Hiroshima?
I do remember that. That would have been when Truman just got into office. President Roosevelt passed away, but it didn't mean anything to me at the time. It was just another bomb.
Yeah.
Didn't realize it was a atom bomb.
Do you remember V-Day?
VJ Day. Actually, I don't on that.
You do not.
I do. It seemed to me like the papers was big VJ
Victory
thing.
of Europe.
Yeah, Victory of Europe. Yeah, VE Day. There you
Yeah.
go. And then the VJ Day would be over Japan.
Yes. And then last question: how did the war change your life or your lifestyle?
Like I say, things were rationed and money was really, really scarce, and I never went hungry because of just in grade school. But after that, when the war was over in 1948, we bought a new car, our first car, my parents' first car. And people had, everything was just better. You made more money and life was going good.
So that had a better impact on you.
Oh yeah, I can remember that, And then my parents bought him a house. Up to this time they had rented it. My dad, they didn't have a car, so he would try to find a rental place close enough that he could just walk to work. And he literally he walked half a block and he was at his job. But things got better after the war. Just everybody was elated. And in 1939, as I understand that area, is when TV was invented, but it didn't really show up until late 50s.
Yeah. Well, all right.
Say, Ralph.